How you doing? My name is Alex Carlucci with Gustan Associates. We're talking today about how much should you spend on a home? Should you go to your maximum affordability? Should you be smart and try to buy something that's inexpensive? I'm going to tell you there's a mixed review on that. It just really depends on what stage of your life you are. First-time home buyers, I'm really going to recommend, if you're a young couple, I'm really going to recommend to really push your limits, because what you're going to find is in 5 years from now, you'll be making a lot more money. There's going to be inflation, and that mortgage payment that you're paying is going to look a lot easier in 5 years, and you're going to be happier with a nicer home. So, especially if you don't like repairs, you don't want to buy a house because it's cheaper. You're going to say you're going to move in and do all the work. Tearing your house up while you're living there is a very stressful moment for people. So keep that in mind. So unless you are a handyman, unless you are a fixer-upper kind of person, you definitely don't want to be doing all that work, and you'd rather move into a nice house and you're not a fixer-upper guy. Move into that nice house, stretch yourself out a little bit, and you'll find that that mortgage payment in 5 years won't be so bad, because when you're young, you should be making more and more money each year. It doesn't always happen that way, but you should in theory. So that's what I recommend on buying and stretching yourself out. If you're 50, 55 years old, I don't recommend you stretch yourself out. I recommend, okay, well, your kids are growing up, they're grown up, you don't need the upstairs, big up house upstairs. You want to look for something that you can actually grow old in, and you don't need all the bedrooms, you don't need all the bells and whistles. So you want to buy something where you think that how much money you can live on when you're 65, 70 years old, and this mortgage payment, does that fit into your budget? That's all up to you guys to calculate what that number is. But that's a situation where I don't think you should stretch what you're looking to do. You also want to make sure you're making a good investment, an area that's going to grow in value. Even though you don't need a school system if you're older, you still want a house in a good school system, because when you go to resell it or pass it down to your children at the home, it's easy to sell. So you don't always want to go to the worst neighborhood because it's cheap, because you're getting older, because you don't want it won't grow as much. So keep that in mind when you're downsizing and not stretching yourself out. So those are my opinions on should I really stretch myself out. A couple more things: when you buy a bigger house, yes, there's more costs associated to it, with keeping it up, and the electric bills and the gas bills. So keep that in mind too. And wear and tear on these houses, they can get expensive, but that's my opinion on stretching yourself out. And I hope you like this video. Please share it, and if you got any questions, leave them below. We'll get back to you. Thanks.